Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up with y'all? This your guy Ray Hama, one versus a million. Let me know if I can be heard. Let me know if I can be heard. If I can, hit the like, share, subscribe on your way in. Yes, because we got to get into it. Yes, we have basically a duo cover, if you will. Yeah, so in which I may be doing it like that sometimes, where I'll be covering two two shows at the same time. So, which will help me to get through some of these because, yeah, there's a lot of awesome, intriguing, things out there to cover. So there's a lot of different ones, shows, movies, um, way more stuff to talk about than the redundant. So, to keep it, mixed up a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we're going to start off talking about Castlevania on this one. Yeah, yeah, Castlevania Nocturne. Oh man, yes, yes. Oh, magnificent, twisted, effed up fates, and love, and a few things that I want to point out as well. That kind of bothered me, but overall, the action, was superb, and it's just, man, just fast paced action. You can keep up with it. The fighting, especially the fighting involving Rector Belmont. So, so yeah, hit the like me way in, please. And also, don't forget hit the Cash App too as well. Um, so let's get into it, man. I ain't gonna be covering in that much deep detail because I did watch season 1 and 2. Season 1 basically, was shorter than season 2, and that involving where you see Rector of him getting uh, basically uh, a gut wrenching lesson, and watching his mother, get destroyed before him, basically by the vampire Orlocks. I kind of had a funny feeling, like about this dude, man, like this vampire, and it's not new to me of seeing, there being um, gay vampires. So we've seen it before in movies and certain shows. We've seen certain ones or whatever, but it's not set where it's just okay. All these male vampires are actually all They're part of the back door of the game, as Corey Holcomb would put it. But no, uh, no. So yeah, he gave me kind of like a little weird vibe, whatever. Didn't realize, okay, so okay, he plays for that team. But I'm like, damn, it's messed up though. Yeah, like how y'all have uh, a black vampire. The one black vampire you guys will have. He's Jihei. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, let me see how this goes. But it was crazy to see him turn into this big ass weird looking dragon, this vampire dragon. I'm like, oh okay, hmm. I thought Dracula was the only one with such capabilities. Going, from the games and that I played, where he could turn into all kind of different creatures. But shout out to y'all. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, man, we're gonna get into it, man. Yeah, so let's talk about Castlevania Nocturne. We're gonna really talk about it.
A constant reminder of what's been lost. Is this all that we want? The pain you created remains in scar.
Yeah, we do. We need to get into it. So, that was really messed up for him to bear that. So, but Orlox told him, he didn't just take out his mother and walk away. He told him, hey, that his mother took somebody away from him. So this is just revenge, So, and that's his first witness of basically of revenge in that cycle. So he grew up with that, believing, like you said, hey, that his mother, basically, yeah, he wanted the best for him, and but he holded that on to him, on his heart, man, and which is why, after he met Zeus, his grandfather, Zeus, I think I, say these names correctly. He burst out, in tears, man. It's coming across the truth that from his grandfather that hey, that he wanted to be away from, I guess because I don't know, he felt he was going, he would taint him somehow. I don't know. But it's like, okay, he's a Belmont dude. You should know that it's bound that okay that he will end up facing darkness. So therefore, knowing that you have a grandson out there, motherfucker, you should have been there. There was really no excuse for that. He shitballed for that. But Zeus is also badass too. He's badass, especially too from what I've seen, in the game. Because, speaking of which, I have in the description for you guys a video link of Marvelous Videos and Marvelous Anime. The video they did where it's basically almost, damn near right at the point of hour long. A video basically giving the explanation of the entire Belmont line, but also throws in there some offshoots too of Castlevania, and going into their cousins, their clans, their cousins of other clans and stuff like that, like the Morris clan. Explain about how when the Belmonts, wanted to hang it up, and just be done with it all, they basically passed on the torch to the Morris clan. That's the Morris clan, if I could be heard. So yeah, and And it was going into that video where I realized I'm like, man, damn, I can't believe I forgot that the whip, if you're not a full Belmont, then the whip will basically drain your life force until you find a way, to unlock its full potential, which is you'll have to defeat the memory inside the whip, which is the memory will be Rector Belmont, who is the lead protagonist of this show. So, and this character, he grew up, to be a smart ass little kid, hey, but very capable. And it was until, that in that recap of all these Castlevania games in that video from Marvelous Videos, that I shout out to them, that I realized I'm like, damn, so superhuman strength, speed is what the Belmonts have. Cause I was like in the show Nocturne, I'm like, why is this motherfucker just going up and he's a fuck using the whip at certain points, certain creatures he fought, Rector, and ran up to him and just start doing some MMA shit on him. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, that explains why. Because I mean, if you don't have that Belmont strength and speed, boy, hey, you just using powerful weapons, then yeah, you obviously it'd be your best bet not to go up and do some shit like that. So yeah, that makes sense. But man, yeah, we must talk. We must talk because and for this, bless the cash out too. If if you're feeling generous enough to bless the Armor Force on this one, because I may reveal some stuff to you that you guys may or may not know. It's about maybe select few of characters I'll mention at the end. But going into it, the characters. I'm thinking like, okay, I don't mind that get together with Annette and Rector, because they've been through it, so they've been through it together, and especially too of her going to to see her ancestors in the ancestral realm using those spells and shit. Seeing her teacher Cecile and her mother, and her story is effed up too because she was a slave at the time, and her slave master happened to be a vampire. Yeah, so and she managed to escape and snuck into this opera. The slave master, pops up and up in the damn opera following her scent because he's using these damn dogs. But she's saved by who? Edward. This black opera singer, singing for folks and shit, singing for the white folks. Yeah. That motherfucker I'll say this, he has a good ass voice on him. I'll tell you that. As one who's a deep appreciator of different, diverse music groups and stuff. So yeah, and instruments and all that. Yeah, I can have appreciation for that. That motherfucker could sing. But his fate was messed up too. Because of him ended up getting captured or taken out and turned into a night creature. And these night creatures are basically demons from hell, but with but merged with the souls of humans. And in order for this machine to operate, it needs a forge master. And the forge master of this demonic machine so happened to be the priest. This priest who basically ends up being the father of Maria, which shocked Maria in this, as you'll see, and she's pissed and devastated or whatever. But then again, she ends up killing her father too, the priest, because he believes, hey, he's going to hell anyway, so he's like, hey, might as well continue going along with the project. So in attempt to stopping him and all that, and her and her mother and Rector, he was there too. They couldn't stop that bitch, Elizabeth Bathory. Because this time, yeah, I believe she eclipsed the sun, making the whole land dark, giving her, boosting her power up, and her having like one or two of the souls of what that Sekhmet, that deity, and so yeah, and I'm like, wow, okay. Whip wasn't, didn't do nothing against her. I'm like, okay, well, damn, what is he not doing? What is Richter not doing? Because, yeah, the whip has been known, the vampire killer has been known to take out Dracula. So there's something, wrong with Richter. Well, so yeah, she ends up taking out basically her mother, because her mother steps in. Tara steps in, to take her place. Elizabeth agrees, takes her, turns her into a vampire. So I'm like, damn, that's messed up. So she's hurt by it and all that shit. But after she became a vampire, for some reason, she went to her daughter and basically was teaching her how to harness her dark powers. Of her magic ability, because Maria's magic ability is being able to summon these creatures through these small pockets of, these portals or whatever she be summoning. And I thought it was cool too, showing them how, like, they basically grew up together. Maria that watched over Rector when he was younger. So, because especially after what happened with Rector, his mother taking him in. So he grew up with Maria. So, he had to take that, some kind of effect, man. Of seeing someone who basically became like his sister, and her fate and the fate of his godmother, if you will. Turning a vampire, then leading her daughter to use his power, but she ended up realizing, hey, how dark and devastating this was, so she made her stop. Because Zeus, he popped up and intervened in her training, and he was about to fight off with Maria, because Maria summoned this big ass beast, this weird devil looking creature. And I'm like, that has to be hell. I mean, we ain't getting into specific of what realm it's from. These creatures come from, when she was in that dark mode, dark Maria mode. So, yeah, so it has to be. It has to be. Because in the games, you face such hellish creatures, especially in the games of Lords of Shadow, which I'm wondering why they didn't do a turn into a trilogy because there was only two of them, and both of them were excellent. Both, Lords of Shadows was excellent. It was Ray Hanma, boy. I played both of them all the way through. And it wasn't until I got to a certain point because I believe, yeah, that's Trevor Belmont I was playing as, who ends up turning into Dracula. So, yeah. So there was some kind of confusion or whatever to it. But then again, I realized, like, hey, going through this video in the description link that I gave you guys um, for Marvelous Videos, that I realized that Dracula can basically uh, he could possess different bodies, basically. When he died, then his soul lurking, trying to find a new host or whatever. And then it was then in that recap, I realized also too that Erzabet is also Dracula's niece. And don't tell me it was revealed in the show because it wasn't. So, and it's just crazy, man. Like, wow. And so in segment, this deity, I'm like, wow, okay. This bitch mad and crazy because she's when Annette went to that realm where she was, where she's at, because their mission is trying to basically stop Erzabet from using the full power, thus resurrecting segment. But she thinking, okay, it's going to be her using the power instead of segment, which if the whole plan came to fruition, then I would think it would be segment that would be totally taken over, and it would be Erzabet that would be taking a back seat because segment would be the one with holding the most power. And but man, just splendid fights, y'all. Just splendid fights, man. I'll say that, damn it. But one thing I didn't like though, because as you know, we rock over here because we going. It's a little dark. It's gonna get a little dark because as you know, we rock over here with Mama Force. This is what we rep over here on the spiritual realm.
All the handmaids say, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Nothing's difficult.
Everything's a challenge.
Through adversity to the stars.
From the last plane to the last bullet to the last minute to the last man, we fight.
We fight.
We fight.
We fight.
We fight.
We fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, because as it did kind of gave me, because Castlevania, man, oh boy, it's. Woo, I got immersed. I had to get immersed into that shit, even though it was dark and a little eerie. But but I managed to push through it, because I would admit playing the game, I did kind of felt some kind of a dark presence or whatever. But by the power of God, cast that down and went through and completed both games, both long ass games. Amen. And it was a joy getting to whoop the devil's ass. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Twice. Twice. So but I'll get on that too, along with the characters, a few characters I'll talk about at the end. This bitch, Maria, she's out of control. She's pissed. Her emotions all everywhere. You know what I mean? And not thinking clearly, rational. So now, she ends up taking out her dad, by using this demon dragon that came out. And what was hilarious too, boy, hey, well, after she roasted her dad, and I was like, damn, man, that's fucked up. Because I'm like, why is it also, ooh, man, just so much in it. Okay. Why also, too, why is it just me? Or, or it's just that they're coming out with some kind of a trend of this whole, take out your father trend, and it ain't enough just rebelling against your father's word, but also let's make it a trend too, not just rebelling against your father's word, but let's take out your father completely and show you being the most powerful and dominant. So we're basically saying F fathers, huh? Yeah, man. I was like, yeah, that's some that stuff shit. But then again, it's like at the same time, the priests, on a real spiritual tip, on a real spiritual note, hey, his soul is already condemned, man. Because he blasphemed against God in the highest order. He made a deal with Mephistopheles. I don't even care to damn it to say his name correctly. I rebuke him in the name of Jesus Christ, amen. So the priest is doomed to begin with, and he's sitting in the highest order, but and with him creating those creatures and stuff like that, I mean, I would say it's just. And then also too, let me hit on this note. It kills me when I'm seeing motherfuckers when they do such evil shit. And when they face such consequences, they are like, oh my God, like he was like, oh dear God, but it's so sad too, like damn, man, you had to be taken out by your daughter though. So, I mean, I guess, hey, not by anybody else, your own or whatever, but man, she roasted the hell out of him. To where he's just ash and bone. But it stirred up in darkness inside of her, which I think all this is part of. I'm gonna save that for the end. Yeah, I'm gonna save that for the end. And so Zeus was there, but I'll say, yeah, he arrived a little too late. To stop Maria from doing what she was doing. And he was there, witnessed the whole thing, forced to witness the whole thing. Apparently, so was the mother. She was there too. But what was funny though, right, was that the dragon, which also shows you too, hey, you play a dangerous game, man, once you dive into darkness, and trying to bend and use darkness at your own will, thinking that there's no cost. So that damn dragon, as soon as she opened the portal, she was like, okay, it's time for you to go back home. That damn dragon look. It's funny. You should see too how that. I rewinded back a couple of times to see because I was laughing. I'm like, because that dragon, it was so comical because that dragon was like, what? He jerked his head back and shit like, what the fuck? Turned his head and was like, you know what? I'm not ready to go back in just yet. How about that? And since the motherfucker was like, oh, since you want to be persistent on sending me back home, damn that. I might as well roast you too, little girl. But before her ass get roasted, Zeus popped in and with his ring, it was yeah, I believe given to him by his wife, Liddy. So, which possessed some kind of basically holy power. Um, and it generated, yeah, he could generate ice. He could form ice through it, cast ice spells. Because a thing of ice went through the damn dragon's mouth. The dragon's like, oh shit! Oh, damn it! Damn it! Damn, man! Shit, you ain't had to do that, man. As the dragon was going away, that dragon was like, man, you ain't had to shoot me with that, man. Damn, man. Shit. All right, man, I'll go back in. I just wanted to play for a little bit, man. Shit. Damn. All right. Oh, shit, that was funny. And their mother, she, showing her she was there, and Zeus picks up Maria, takes her off, and back to her little camping ground, whatever, this broken house or whatever you want to call it. Lays her on a slab of one of these pillars to rest, and a gay and the GA Templar was there too, or let's say the GA Knight. What's his name? Maxim or some shit. Yeah. But it flips and goes back to showing where, hey, the mother though, she's kind of wicked. I mean, I don't know. And I'm thinking this entity knows this particular entity that you end up seeing, right? In this, I think, yeah, he revealed himself to them before they left. Yeah, it was before they left, before he left out with Maria, when they seen this shadowy figure emerge right at the spot where the priest got burned, and he basically took the priest's body, his remains, to hell. And for playing the game, I believe, yeah, they showed those characters already. Death, and yeah, and you fighting him way before you know fighting Satan. So, and he was a challenge. He was a challenge, but I believe I beat him in the second try. He was a motherfucker on Lords of Shadow. So it could be either one of those two when I think of this entity. And apparently it's solid when he revealed it, when he said his name. Then I was like, okay, yeah, it got to be him. Or like I said, him using death as who is basically his closest acolyte. So, So there's some shit being schemed and put in the works, huh? Okay. And Elizabeth, oh man, that crazy ass bitch. And I watched one of the videos from these brothers in the Marvelous videos of them revealing, of when they went into the history of the real Elizabeth Bathory. Yeah, it was important, man. Yeah, this chick it was rumored that she, it was alleged that she took out so many, that she deleted so many girls, I think girls and boys. And it said, it is yet to be proven, that those are actual facts. So So they say she died in the in this in this tower castle of this castle. You know, well, I forgot the name of it of the castle. Damn, it slipped my mind. But yeah, she died there. So you know, being locked up there, she was living comfortable while she was there. Of course, had her freedom to move around, but you know, but she perished. She died there. So I'm like, okay, well, that's that, and yeah. So they made a character, used Elizabeth based off of that real life character. Okay, I see what they did. But Elizabeth Bathory in the Castlevania universe been created. You know, she's a very old character in the Castlevania universe. So that means they did that, you know, a long time ago. Um, but yeah, she was hell. It was funny that she ends up getting defeated. And this show seemed to me, it's like, damn, this is another a depiction of showing, okay, of crazy ass women seeking to obtain power and failing miserably, as she did. Because yeah, she got her ass whooped by Team Belmont. Alucard, smooth as hell. Smooth, and as he said too, yeah, that motherfucker is a realist. And I like too how, you know, it was real historical depicted events, you know, that went on, like Louis the Last being executed. And man, that battle too, and showing him, man, Richter with his whip. Oh man, showing him because of basically when he just learned to, I guess, accept the truth, and it would all just amped up. He amped up his power, boom, to where you see this blue light coming out of this whole like holy power. And it was cool how they showed Alucard when he tossed him his sword, and he merged his power with the sword, making the sword bigger, and use that mug and slice Dralta, taking her out for good, because that slice was clean as hell, man. But they had some assistance from, you know, the one I didn't expect, you know, was Orlox, the G-Hay vampire. And man, oh my God, like, and just come to find out, yeah, of course, the LGBT community loved this character, man. Mizrak, yeah, that's his name. The G-Hay Knight, Mizrak, Orlok's newfound boyfriend, new lover. I'm like, oh, dude, oh hell no, because I didn't know what I was, you know, I just seen it. I'm like, okay, what's this about? And as the seconds in, this dude's talking about how he fascinates over Mizrak, how he wished Mizrak was in real life. You know, he was a real person. I'm like, oh hell no, because this dude, man, Mizrak. He's worried, you know, about his, you know, of his fate, you know, him being doomed to go to hell. Which would met us when it basically Ah, well, Coyote. Yeah, old man Coyote popped up. It was about to take his life when when his ass basically, got done in, and he was on the verge of dying. Old man Coyote popped up. Was like, "Yep, I'm about ready to claim your ass too." And Orlox told him to back off. He's not yours. And Joseph took him away from the battlefield, just discharged himself from the battle completely until he put him away and came back and helped Richter defeat Jalta. But Jalta, she betrayed Elizabeth. Elizabeth think she was gonna help her, but she took her away from the battlefield and shit after seeing her mangled up and shit. But man, they threw everything at that damn thing, boy, at Elizabeth. And I'm like, shit, she's still living? But if Rector would have been able to, brought forth such power at that period, then she might have been defeated, like right then and there, no doubt. Because in the lore of the game, they give him the title the unbeatable vampire hunter, or something around those lines, or something around those lines. So yeah, and I'm like, wow, okay. And in which it was cool to see too. Okay, after they, defeated them and all that, Rector, he decided to leave off with Annette, and so she can go off to help her people, the Haitians, in their revolution. So I kind of like got that vibe from him. Okay, and then I went to look at this video, which revealed, okay, I see why. Okay, that makes sense now. That connects. Where basically, okay, he's going there in part not just because of helping her. Rector's going there because he has that unyielding sense of battle, of the desire for battle. So he desires to have like a never-ending battle, of constant just battles. He's one of them warriors. I'm like, damn, fuck that shit. Hell. Shit. Pass on, damn it, hell, to the next generation, damn it. Hell, teach them what's what, and chill back. Shit. And intervene when only you need to. Just like Zeus did. In which that's very fitting for Zeus to be there to help them out. Hell. He provided to being a great help, but yeah. It's fitting. That's what's right. Being there to helping your grandson, damn it. But they're making it seem like, but turn him to where, he's just a deadbeat granddad. I didn't like that shit either. I'm like, damn. All this going around just talking about, the father ain't shit kind of syndrome. I'm like, well, what the hell? Like, can we get any kind of like positive portrayal of fathers, damn it, of strong, awesome, masculine, stout fathers? Take no bullshit on some principles, fighting, standing on what's righteous, fathers. Damn. And all this, damn it, just uplifting the woman shit, damn it, this girl going into the damn, this spirit world and shit, this African spirit world and spirit realm, going into, talking to her ancestors and shit. Cecile, who died, yeah, because, protecting her, trying to protect her teacher, teaching her, her casting and all that shit. And her seeing her mother, encouraging her, to do your best and all that, yeah. And then at the same time, this is going on, showing while bashing Christ, God, and His Word. But I'm like, motherfucker, ain't the holy source, then what you got, then your holy power you received? Is it not from Him, the Most High? So now I see what y'all, the message what y'all put in there. Yeah, it's showing like, okay, all these other deities, and entities, that's what it's about. This is the real shit. Yeah, and this shit is just bullshit, and it's no, come on, man, no. So it's when a lot of that bullshit has been debunked. So. Yeah, I see you, Castlevania Nocturne. I see it. But anyway, aside from that, see, there. After Richter departed them, they witnessed the execution of Louis the Last. Also, who was there at the execution, little rally they had going on, was Tara, Maria's mother. She was observing, basically, looking at the execution, but mostly, observing, looking at her daughter from afar, the opposite side of the crowd, where she's a little bit more somewhat secluded. And behind her was who? Old man Coyote. Death or Satan himself. Which other two? And the figure looked like, it was pointing at, it rose up, its presence grew larger after it pressed his hand up on her shoulder, up on Tara's shoulder. It rose up, pointing towards and looking, basically showing the camera switching, revealing that the entity is looking at Maria. So, yeah. So that means that in the next season, we can expect that Tara is highly likely of her being used to be in the main villain, in the next plot. So, man, is there, because I'm like, okay, him being introduced in this, now makes sense. It makes sense because Satan was also in the game. And who else was also in the game? Well, in the game I'm thinking of, which is Castlevania Lords of Shadows. Death and Satan is in the game. So therefore it makes sense of them putting them in here. In this now, okay, is Death, and it was alluded to in the video too, yeah, that it could be where Death is collecting souls for some reason, recruiting and making deals and shit, scheming. And in this video, in the description that I've given you guys, is mentioned that too, of where in the games, um, certain parts or certain things would need to be collected in order for them to resurrect Dracula. So it could be that Satan, by way of using death, could be using death for his own means of to collecting souls to resurrect, to bring back Dracula. Maybe. I'm not sure. Or to amass some kind of plan or whatever of attack against, of Satan's hatred towards the Belmonts. Because if I'm correct in the game, Rector faces off against Dracula. But I guess that was somewhat cool to see that girl go into that spiritual realm and go into the spiritual realm of into the realm of what is it called? A goon. This guy that was this black deity. It was, seemed like he was a warrior / blacksmith, because he was hammering this steel plated shield, and he was hammering that motherfucker, boy. He handed that over to Annette to use in her fight, because this is Annette. Basically she's meditating right now. She's trying to gain some kind of power, whatever, to help her in her fight against Elizabeth. So she's in this plane, spiritual plane, trying to reach. She's taking the shield over because she's reaching the realm of where Sekhmet is. In this realm, Sekhmet, she looks like a Egyptian priestess / vampire looking bitch. And it's revealed that that she has 3 souls. And she chose to possess Annette, and using Annette, talking about where is this Elizabeth Bathory. And that was a cool battle, see them facing off against each other. And all of them basically was working together to try to defeat, Elizabeth, man. And boy, that bitch, man, she was not going, man. I'm like, damn. But yeah, what's done is done. So yeah, that's what I'm curious about right there is there a plot to bring Dracula back? Or is it just going to be another plot that's conjured up, that's going to be just as catastrophic? Because, yeah. And the souls of the priest, yeah, and Mizrak, they're doomed, yeah. Because it shows you, yeah, that it was a sin against God. Because what else did Mizrak do? Then work with the priest, help him until he came to his senses, and stopped altogether. But no, yeah, those 2 things. So therefore, with his soul being doomed, because otherwise, if it was really following God, following Christ, but didn't commit sin, but didn't commit abomination, and ask for forgiveness and stuff, then yeah, he'll be forgiven and protected by God's power. but because he sinned against God in the highest order of abomination. Yeah, and Satan popping up, ready to take him, take his soul down to hell with the priest. As that shows you right there, hey, that the holy force of God is real. Because if he didn't sin and Mizrak was truly protected by God and he didn't do the shit that he did, then God would have definitely made sure not to allow the old man Coyote to pop up and try to take his soul and body as he was dying. And Orlok's turning him into a vampire. I'm like, yeah, that's your best bet, bud. Yeah, that'll be your best bet. I mean, if you're trying to if you're trying to live, but knowing that you're eternally damned. So you're eternally damned anyway. So you might as well turn yourself into another gay vampire. So there you go, two male gay vampires. Down. Yep. I'm like, okay. Well, at least I can, revert back and, go looking at a masculine black vampire figure who we all know known to be Blade. Shit. There's gonna only ever be one Blade. Shit. And it was kind of cool too to see how they somewhat tied the Helsing clan into the Castlevania universe. I was like, okay. So yeah, and that's it within the video as well that I put in the description. So yeah, I mean, because dude, that shit is just. I'm like, okay, wow. So yeah, it's gonna get there that dark. Okay. To where we may seeing these motherfuckers end up fighting either between Dracula or Satan in the beginning, in the next season. So, and let's see what else did I leave out anything in this within these 2 seasons of this show, Castlevania Nocturne. See, I'm thinking, I'm kind of curious. Okay, what Def has planned for Terra. Because she's looking even way more dark now, than when she did when she first got that damn vampire. When she was first turned into a vampire. And it looked like too that within Terror there may be a sense of. There's this sense I'm getting is that there's a sense of longing that she has. That she longs for something. Well, we can clearly say, that longing could very well be that she longs to be back with that she desires to be back with her daughter. But she knows that she's forever condemned. But then again, I'm wondering, okay, I wonder at first, before Coyote ended up making a deal with her and all that shit, and setting his sights upon her, claiming her, using her as his puppet now. You know, I wondered, okay, is her soul, you know, made pure, forgiven because of her choosing to sacrifice herself, you know, to save her daughter, being a noble sacrifice? All those souls are protected by the Most High God, though. Straight up. But as this show is basically within the 17th century, yeah, they all know of Christ Jesus, of God. So if you didn't accept him, if you didn't receive him in his baptism, then you're hit. But I'm believing that, you know, yeah, that she did, you know, receive him. But then again, it's like, okay, how? I mean, her soul should have been protected. But then again, she's in the form of the vampire, you know, which, yeah, well, yeah, damn. I guess, yeah, she was condemned as soon as she chose to sacrifice herself to Elizabeth, because that vampire, the whole essence of the vampire is separate from Satan. That shit comes from him. And they introduced the fact too about how there's other gods, you know, in other realms and shit, because that Ogun spirit that was telling Annette, you know, how come when Annette asked him, like, oh, how come he didn't come or help her such and such, you know, he said that we gods don't cross into each other's realms. So basically alluding to there's multiple realms and shit. So I'm like, okay, you're damn near useless. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, if that's the damn case, how come all your forces ain't popped up and just helped out? Nope. But you need to know there's only one true God. His name is Christ Jesus. So, in the game, man, it was so awesome, dude. That was a battle. I'm gonna tell you, man. I was stomping on Satan's face. That shit was fun. Hey, but that battle was a little tricky too. It was a little fun though, but tricky. And the whole franchise, dude, I was like, yeah, I had to use a walkthrough on certain sections. You know, not really spoiling the game entirely for myself or whatever. I won't say spoiled it, but that helped me. That was like the first game that made me realize that, yeah, that there are games out there where it's highly recommended for you to use a walkthrough on certain parts, especially with games like Castlevania, especially like Lords of Shadow. Because I noticed going through the game while playing it that there will be like forks on the road that will pop up, you know, boom, not just a one-time thing, whatever, but there'll be multiple times. And one path could be the true path, you know, boom, the path to your left. but then again, you got those other two paths. One may lead you to a whole nother direction, and in the other path, maybe somewhere where it's still in that same area, that same stage, but it's leading you to somewhere, where you could easily, like if you went on the main path and then go this path, because if you go on the main path, you won't be able to come back to that area because of certain events that will take place. So, so yeah, so you want to make sure, hey, that you went down every road. At least, what I mean, that you went down every road in this, all the areas of that stage, before moving on going on the main road, the main path that will lead you to the next area. So before it closes off to where you can't come back to that area no more, you already have done, covered that whole area, and getting all the things that you would have missed out on if you would have continued on one of these two paths that will lead to where of you not being able to come back. So, yeah. And man, yeah, the game was awesome too, but like I said, eerie as hell. I'll say damn near on the same level of eeriness as and horror as Berserk. Yeah, it was our good old Berserk. But that's it right there, man. And yeah, that was awesome. But I'm very curious and to see what's going to happen next. And I'm believing, it may be, if they're going according to the game, it may end up being where Annette may end up getting captured. Something may end up happening with Annette, the black girl. So, and we know Maria, she's not going to be with him. So, she may not be able to provide any assistance. Or who knows, she may end up getting word, boom, letter may get sent to her, and she travels there to help out Richter. Therefore, she ends up being a part of the revolution there in Haiti. So, yeah, let's get into our our next one right here to cover. Okay. So yeah, I'm curious about that. What's going to happen next with Castlevania? The video from Marvel's videos. It's in the description. Check it out, and remember, it's an hour long. Give the guys a like, subscribe. And yeah, I'll say you're welcome. You're welcome, because they have so much shit, man. Just so much shit they covered. But there's certain things too where maybe a little spoily. I would say spoilish. As a brother told me that when it came to solo leveling, I had to, as you will see, some solo leveling videos in there. If you're just following the anime and you haven't read the manhwa, then yeah, don't watch the videos. So, but yeah, but in their stuff, on their platform, you'll see videos of old characters, classic characters that you know and love, that you love dear, and yeah, it will bring you to being highly curious to checking them out, So yeah, check them out. But yeah, but we're gonna get into Solo leveling. Let's go.
Return to the way that you play for me. Return to the safety of this place.
Yeah. Episode 4. Now I know this episode 4 is, okay. I know that 5 is out, so I'm savoring that for a minute because I've been watching other shows. And it's like this too. I got to this level. I've evolved with it now. Like, and with this uh, evolution of mine uh, that I'm self-proclaiming right now in my anime findings, and me being able to watch them, in their entirety now, and juggling everything with life and all that stuff, because you don't want to be um, leaning more towards one thing than the other, then miss out on taking care of your other responsibilities and stuff like that. Of course, as a grown person, as you should do, which is this would be a wise thing to do, is to learn how to juggle and divide. Okay. Um, Even though, damn it, hey, the cliffhanger may be just having you at the edge of your seat, and you can't wait to watch the next episode, knowing there's 20 other episodes, in the damn series, and you got to like 3, let's say. Okay, cut yourself off at episode 3, and then boom, and then watch 3 episodes of another show that you have lined up in your list, and just keep doing it like that, just so therefore you'll get around to them all. um, Sometimes, hey, you may just want to watch a couple more before you branch off into your other shows and go where you left off from there. So that helps me out. And so I say all that to say, that's what I'm doing now with solo leveling. Is I think the new episode's probably been out now for a couple of days, episode 5. So yeah, because in episode 4 there wasn't really that much action in this episode, y'all. In this one, it's just that he basically, Jinwoo, decided to join the I would say the construction guild, or the cleanup guild crew that basically was charged of taking away the remains of defeated enemies, and they use it for other materials and stuff like that, as well as they mine they mine gems and stuff like that from the caves and shit, from the areas that they're in, if it's set up like that. So yeah, he decided to do that because hey, he's trying to sign up to fight at a higher rank gate, but he realized he need to raise up in the classifications. So therefore, boom, he comes across this gate after the fire. This I forgot his damn name. He's the head of something, the fire spellcaster guy that came in a suit, this all pompous attitude, looking, with his chest up, head up high, like his shit don't stink, like he's the highest spellcaster, like he's the most powerful and all that. So he went through there, man, and destroyed those damn demons, man. So he did. Nobody else had to do nothing. He just went through there, just killed all the creatures in that damn in that gate. And I believe it was what the gate was ranked. I believe it was an A ranked gate. A ranked gate. I think it was an A ranked gate. So yeah. And I'm curious, okay, because then it showed I think his name is Dong Su. Yeah, the dude that got beat up by uh, by a boy's dad, man. By Jim Woo's dad. This motherfucker, he's all bandaged up, beat up. His limbs, basically all his limbs broken. He's all bandaged up. Up in the hospital. He's pissed. And you see where he goes into where it goes into talking about how there's artifacts too that people can use. Or equipments that you can use, as you would imagine, for such a show that has a high resemblance to virtual reality anime games. I'm like, this is not that far-fetched or not that surprising. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, hell. But man. But Jim, after dude defeated all the enemies in there, he left the boss alone. I'm like, why for some reason would they leave the boss alone? Huh. So they went there and started mining, doing all that shit, farming and whatever, collecting, doing all that shit, the crew. Jim decides to break off, sneaks off, boom, during their little hour break or whatever, to go take a peek at the boss's gate. And there's this one chick that pops up, this female hunter. They call her a dancer, some shit. Yeah. Yeah, she looks like that, man. She plays no games, but she can't stand the stench, of the whole of that whole gate. While they're inside that cave, she just can't stand the whole miasma, I guess. She pops up on Jinwoo, like, what are you doing here? She's like, what's your business? And she's all demanding. She's like, I'll ask you one more time. What are you doing here? Like, bitch. I know he's going to have to play it off, but, oh, like, bitch, don't you know I'm stronger than you? Bitch, I'm Jinwoo. I ain't got to answer to you. I'm Jinwoo Sung. I ain't got to answer to you. Sit your ass down. So and basically in this episode, everybody's trying to recruit him and stuff. But even after being offered a high position in this association, in a hunters association, which I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, bro, that would have been perfect for you, man. Like, for you and your moms, because they, did their own little spying, through their own little network. They quickly found out that, hey, he's joined the, hunting and stuff because he's trying to, take care of the bills, take care of his mom and put his sister through school. So, I'm like, man, that would have been perfect for you, bro. To where, boom, they could have like paid for the highest medicine probably, and probably had like everything that you was needing to get for your mother. But then again, hey, he turned them down. So I'm like, okay, somewhat pun intended, hence the title, solo leveling. That he's leveling up solo with little to no help of anybody else, with no reliance upon a team. So I'm like, okay, so I see how this is gonna go. So what is going to be a battle to try to recruit Sung Jin Woo. And I'm thinking about, okay, after I watch episode 5, y'all, I'm thinking about diving into the manhwa. I'm like, yeah, it's just, Yeah, I'm gonna just dive into it. I got to. Even though the animation just, brings out to me, makes it more alive. And yeah. So, but I'm curious for my boy though, because I'm like, oh shoot. So, what? Or is him and this dancing hunter chick? Are they gonna both choose to take on the boss of the area? Or is the whole fire spellcaster dude, whatever his name is he gonna pop in and help them out or have to save them or whatever? If it's a level, if it's a ranked boss level area, then and Sung Jinwoo, he's way more powerful than that creature, um, which explains of him being so the bold too and gung ho about it. Because of him knowing he's more powerful, want to see what the character looks like. So yeah, yeah, I'm curious, very curious, man, about to see how it goes. 'Cause I'm like, maybe he's also deciding to not seek their help and and helping him to take care of his mother and pay for his sister's tuition. Maybe all due to because he's more fixated on the elixir of life, on leveling up and so he can be ready to retrieve that last ingredient, so he can craft that elixir. If that elixir is more powerful than anything they can be able to provide the guilds when it comes to help him, to save his mother and to restore her health, then yeah, that makes sense of why he wouldn't join them. But yeah. If I left anything out of episode 4, please tie it in there. But yeah, well, also but I did like how Sung Jinwoo's dad, I'll call him Old Man Sung, how he had threatened Dong Su to stay away from his family. Hey, that boy, he mean business, man. He mean business, boy. He was not playing, dude. And it just, yeah. So I gotta see more of I gotta see more of Sung Jinwoo's dad. Yeah. So they gotta do us that, man. Like within the next 2 or 3 episodes, yes, we need to see some ground and pound from Sung Jinwoo's dad, straight up. Cause shoot, cause he doesn't seem like an evil guy to me. None of that, seemed like he came back to warn, or not really necessarily come back just to warn, but as they revealed, his dad was there trapped, in one of these gates, and for like what, 10 years, I say 10 or 13 years, and escaped and came out of a gate that was located in the United States. Because these gates, they appear everywhere around the world. So, and that's where, it's revealed where he came to show where he's also not only trying to escape, but to warn them about something. And basically educating them on the true nature of the gate and the beast and all that. So, I'm thinking, maybe it's going to get into the entity or the nature of whatever caused Sung Jinwoo to have his true reawakening, as you want to call it. To show like what really happened to him, at that moment of impact uh, from those whatever the hell you call those damn things. It was in that double dungeon cave. Those I want to say spirits, creatures. Yeah, that. Yeah, and probably even get into why they pop up so randomly, which may lead to, again, as I said before, um, it may lead to where he may end up saying, "Hey, it will be redundant and foolish to." It may lead to Sung Jinwoo's dad deeming as foolish to name these gates because of the random appearances of these red gates with inside a gate. Because you know what I mean? Because you make this gate K. This gate is E rank, and by God, when cats start going there, the gate turns into a gate where it's S rank required. Nobody came out. Nobody coming out except for Sung Jinwoo and the little party that was with him. Yeah, so I'll be leery as hell before I go into one of them damn gates. You hear me? No, hell, not going to. Yeah. Think I'm all leveled up, powered up. Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. Shoot and beat this rise up to a B rank gate. Damn it, shit, rise up to be able to fight a B rank gate. As soon as you go into that damn C rank gate, motherfucker, you get or that E rank gate, E rank. They say it's rank E. As soon as you go into that damn gate, if it turns to the A rank. Which you a few shades shy them for being required of fighting these creatures in this gate. So, but yeah. So I'm very curious when it comes to Sung Jinwoo's dad and where he ran off to. So, yeah. Who knows? Maybe within the first few episodes, we'll see a big family reunion. He may see his dad at the hospital. He may just be a thing where he walks into the hospital, see his mother, and he sees his dad right there at the side of his mother. But that's all I got on that one. And let's believe here soon. My cover for episode 5 will be coming. Because like I said, I had to put a couple other projects before that. Some there was a must watch. And one of them being such as Castlevania. So some told me, to go ahead and watch that one, so I went on and watched it and yeah, I'm glad. And I'm mad too, because the Castlevania that came out, before Nocturne, I didn't see the last season of that, so I was kind of upset. But yeah, so I may go back and watch that, check, revisit that series and check that out. Man, but damn, dude, there's so many damn Belmonts. Shit. So many damn Belmonts. But solo leveling, man, is just so awesome. It's just, I have to look at the manhwa. So And if I look at the memoir, I think it may be safe to say if Brother Nameless is hearing this, I wonder if it's safe for me to go ahead after I look at the memoir to check out these guys and their video of solo leveling, those videos they did, where it's basically looking at it's a whole spoiler. Brother Nameless told me that he was like, man, real talk, no bullshit. He's like, do not look at this video, man. He's like, do not look at this video, because someone told me to send it to him and check. I'm like, hey man, should I look at this, man? Because are these guys gonna like spoil it for me or some shit? And he said, hey, like, don't look at this, man. Within the first 30 seconds of the video, they spoiled it. I'm like, man, yeah, no, we can't, yeah. So I'm wondering if then, after I'm caught up in the memoir, then I'll be able to, I should be able to go back, and it shouldn't be a problem, like they shouldn't reveal anything that I wouldn't know, because I would have fully read the memoir. So, well, yeah. But thank you guys, though, for coming through. Appreciate it. This your guy, Ray Hama, 1 versus a million. And don't forget to hit the Cash App, the like, and share. Yes, definitely. Most of all, please like and share. Thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate it. And for our outro, let me see. Yeah, we're going to have our outro right here. Okay. Yeah, so, and again, we're going to be covering episode 5 here soon. So, episode 5, maybe covering some other shows too as well. So that's what we're going to do here, over here in the Hama Force. And also, this edition is the Hama Force Geek Table. So thank you guys for coming through. This is the Hama Force Geek Table. I am out. Peace. Don't forget to hit the Cash App.